Hey now, fans of the Cameo Show, Matt Haywood here from the Star Wars Time Show to recap and review The Mandalorian, The Prisoner, aka S1E6. The episode opens with Mando landing on a space station to do a job for a former associate of his, Ran. Ran needs Mando, and in particular his Razor Crest, to pull off a heist of sorts. Ran introduces Mando to Mayfeld, a former Imperial sharpshooter played by Bill Burr, who is essentially Bill Burr. After some laughs at Mayfeld's expense, Mando meets the rest of the squad, which includes a Devronian named Berg, played by Star Wars alum Clancy Brown, a droid named Zero, and a Twi'lek named Xi'an, who the Mando used to hump, which rounds out the crew. They go over the plan before heading out, which is to raid a New Republic prison ship to bust out another crew member, and the Mando ain't digging the heat the job will bring, but he heads out with the team anyway. On the ship, Zero is flying, so Mando heads down with the other crew members so they can berate him over his helmet and Mando culture in general. He and Burr get into a fight, which springs open Baby Yoda's hiding place door, but Mando plays it off as his pet, an adorable one at that. After some impressive flying maneuvers, the crew docks on the prison ship and breaks in. Berg is a meathead, so he shoots a mouse droid, which alerts other security droids to their presence. As the crew is pinned down, Mando kicks the droids' asses from behind as the others look on in astonishment as they let him take out the whole squad by himself. Losers. They break into a control room and find a soldier named Davin, who is really Anakin Skywalker in the flesh. At least, animated Anakin Skywalker, that is, because he's played by Matt Lanter. Mando tries to defuse the situation so he doesn't use a tracking beacon to call in a squad of X-Wings, but Xi'an takes him out with a knife, which causes him to activate the beacon. Smart. They find their target, Quinn, who is Xi'an's brother, and break him out, but it's revealed Mando left him behind on another job, so Quinn pushes him into his cell, and the mercs lock Mando up. At the same time, Zero is starting to piece some things together about the Mando's mix-up on Navarro, and then Baby Yoda shows up and wants to play hide-and-seek with him. So things start to get pretty tense for our heroes. Because the Mando is a Mac Daddy, he breaks himself out of his cell in no time using a droid's arm after doing some droid fishing, and then he heads to the control room to shut down the lights and comms. The hunt is on. Baby Yoda continues to mess with Zero's mind on the Razor Crest as Mando starts to pick off the mercs one by one. He first takes out Berg after a solid brawl, which showed us fire doesn't affect Devronians in the least. He then fights Xi'an and takes her out, and then he xenomorph sneaks up on Mayfeld to take him down. Mando ultimately finds Quinn trying to board the Razor Crest, so Quinn more or less surrenders, hoping Mando's honor code will keep him alive. Back on the crest, Zero finally finds Baby Yoda, so the little guy tries his best to tap into the Force to protect himself, but luckily, his Not Daddy shows up and blasts the bot in the back. The little guy still questions if it was his power that did it though, which was cute AF as it gets. Mando takes Quinn back to Rand's station and gets paid. He quickly leaves, but it's soon revealed that Rand plans on shooting him down with a gunship. Before this can happen though, Quinn realizes that Mando placed the New Republic tracker on him, so as Mando is about to hit hyperspace, a squadron of X-Wing fighters show up, all piloted by creatives currently working on The Mandalorian, and blow the space station to space dust. Mando and Baby Yoda win again, and the big guy even jokes around with the little guy as he gives him his favorite toy to play with. Aww. The episode closes by showing us that Mando didn't kill the other mercs, he just locked them up in a cell like they did to him. What a guy, and I'm sure we'll see them again. The end. I'll tell you what, with each new episode of The Mandalorian, it feels like the show reinvents itself and its genre, and The Prisoner was no different. It definitely had a heist movie feel to it thanks to the job and mercs Mando teams up with. So once again, we got a new way to portray the character and his story, and I dug the new approach. I also like getting a look at the New Republic operating in its early years. We really got a sense of their visual aesthetic with the design of the prison ship, and of course it was awesome to see Rebellion-era T-65 X-Wings in action again, which were flown by the likes of Dave Filoni, Deborah Chow, and Rick Famuyiwa. Plus, the level of concern the Mercs and Mando had over getting the New Republic after them also showed that the faction did have some level of power and control over the galaxy at this point in time. The amount of cameos was really fun too, as well as looping in other known faces like Bill Burr, who played a great Bill Burr, but I thought he was perfect for the character he played. Looping in some former Star Wars talent was also a nice touch with the inclusion of Clancy Brown and Matt Lanter. Of course, I have to mention Baby Yoda, who was used sparingly in this episode for the most part, but his moments mattered, and I absolutely loved his little game with Zero, especially how it ended, and how surprised the little guy looked when he questioned his own powers. Before I go, I have to mention that while these episodes may feel like filler, I disagree with that assessment, which was used with last week's episode 2 from some fans and critics. I actually love these little side missions that hardly touch on Mando's overarching plot of being on the run with Baby Yoda, because in the end, all these types of episodes do is add little bits of lore to the character while also fleshing out more of his past through interactions with new characters. While we're not getting flashbacks to explain why Mando is the way he is, his interactions with former associates do help to paint his backstory, albeit in microdose fashion. Plus, it's not like we want this show to end in a season or two, so why not drag things out? If anything else, Mando is joking with Baby Yoda now, so life is good. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please consider subbing to our YouTube channel. We'd also love for you to join in with our weekly Star Wars podcast, so use the links in this video's description or head to StarWarsTime.net to subscribe to the platform of your choice. There's always time for Star Wars Time, and remember, if you listen to the Star Wars Time show, the Force will be with you, always.